And now for something completely different.
Right, it is Saturday, 16th, 17th of December. I lose track with work, and we're having a trip up the Peak District, and it's going to be cold and damp and miserable, but we're going to try out some new gadgets, drone, some 360 footage and other bits and bobs. Beard won't be here forever, I know, I'm turning into Santa, but I will show it off for the new year. And it's been a while since I've done a camping trip. Mr. Withano is coming up Sunday night, so he won't be in the video, but John will. And it should be good, considering that us middle-aged men should know better, but still, to hell with it. Let's rock and roll. Well, just arrived, Peak District. It's very foggy on the way in. I'm really thinking, oh God, it's going to be awful. But I'm here, and it's absolutely glorious. Cold, but very nice. As you can see, very nice, clear sky, beautiful, absolutely beautiful, pretty still, very nice, very nice. So, gotta get up there, wait for John, and start somehow trying to piece some video together to stick onto YouTube, which I haven't done in ages. Always filming little bits and bobs and it never ends up anywhere. I really must start getting me act together, sticking some video together to show people what I'm up to before I'm too old to bloody do it. Right, next stop, campsite. Right, attempted to use action cam, all batteries charged up, so bloody cold, all saying flat, so batteries in pockets now to warm up. As you can see, this is a Polish Lavvu. You will have seen it, no doubt, 1,000 times before. Please excuse the glare off my head. And I'll just take you around camp, show you what we've got. Right, swap cameras over now. Okay, so this is my Lavvu, late 1970s. Used it about 3 weeks ago up here, and it did leak in quite badly. So 5 litres of fab cell later, and there's no rain forecast tonight. All I've got inside, it's a bit dark, a couple of bits of tarp on the floor, there's obviously no ground sheet in these. A cheap Summit mat that they were selling off for £3 in Tesco, and underneath there is a silver padded mat, a NATO issue army mat, and another piece of waterproofing underneath. As you can see, remarkably a lot of room, but I'm short horse, I'm only 5'9", so no issues at all for me. And just got to get the other kit in. You can see I use a Bergen, had it for years, really good, heavy but good. I don't mind the weight. Army Gore-Tex bivy bag, just in case temperature drops too much. Fleecy liner for sleeping bag, and inside my snug pack bag there is not a snug pack. Fooled you, because I've lost the compression sack for this one. The one that I'm using is a DD sleeping bag, centre opening, a bit like the army issue ones. Came up in my snug pack a few weeks back, it got down to about -1 and I was too warm, so I'm going for a lighter one with a fleecy liner so that I can layer it, and then obviously if it gets too cold, increase the layers. If I get too warm, decrease the layers. Right, I'm going to get this set up. I'm going to swap cameras now. Use the one on my tripod, I think. Right. Just spent 10 minutes filming and realised I got it on time lapse. Dozy bugger. Right. Show you around inside. This sleeping bag I'm using is a DD hammock one. The reason I'm using a DD hammock sleeping bag is because I came camping here in a Lavvu once, and I woke up in the morning, my feet were sticking out the bottom, and the DD has a waterproof foot piece, which is great. The sleeping bag itself is only rated down to about 0, but if you layer inside, I have a fleecy liner. It cost me a couple of quid years ago from Tesco, so fine. Also, the other thing I'm using, is this still recording? Yes, it is. The other thing that I'm using, UCO lantern. Haha, but it's not a UCO lantern. This is a UCO copy. It's exactly the same as a UCO. I got 2 of them off eBay for about 11 quid. A UCO on itself is about 35. I know the quality is not going to be as good, but if I get 6 months out of it, 12 months, I'm happy. And they're great, they give a lovely little glow during the night. Time again. The other thing that I'll be using is I have my Yellowstone cooker, which I'm going to be doing a review on in a bit. This is replacing my Swedish Army Trangia, which I've still got, which is great, but I just fancied something different. I'm also going to be burning bioethanol, and that's my phone. Back in a minute. Right, okay, so my Lavvu with a pole. John is doing a ridge line to set his up, which I've never done before.
Neither has John.
So it should be interesting to see whether it works. And we're doing it in stop motion, time lapse. John's ridgeline experiment works really well actually. It's a bit lower, but
It's not a big pole.
Is it?
Yeah, brilliant.
It's a lot wider. That's cracking.
I'm not sure it is, having just laid down in it.
I know, I'm dead impressed with that. We think that's good. It's definitely wider. Going straight across from point to point.
So I think we'll be spooning in this one later.
Yeah, definitely. This is the spoon tent. John's got an affinity for spooning. When he comes up here on his own, he just like grabs wandering sheep and spoons them during the night to keep warm. That's why he's got a beard, because they think that he's part sheep.
I told you that in confidence.
Oh, sorry, I wanted to shout at the rest of the world. Right, now I'm going to have a look at my new cooker. So, I have a bit of a thing about meth cookers. Used to use gas, but I like them. And in a Lavvu, you can use one carefully in the winter and stay warm. I used one last time I was up here and it got up to 21 degrees. So, this is my new meth cooker.
Fast charge?
No.
Not to 8, 30 minutes.
Jeez. That's good. So, wing guard, base lines up like so, locks like so, then mess cooker with bioethanol in it. It's a pain one-handed. That goes in. It doesn't go. Oops. I don't know what's happened there. That's better. It fits in there. See, I said he would. It goes on there. And there you have maths cooker. It is good. Complete with pan and lid and simmering. Got that for about £25 off Amazon delivered, which I'm really impressed with. Now we've got to go back to the car for wood, get the wood and shit and stuff, and then back and cook food and have more beer. It is good. See you in a minute. Well, food cooked. Shout out to Wiltshireman, give me the idea. On one of his videos he did sausage and rice, and that's what I've made. And it's bloody nice. Cracking fire, cracking music. Can only play this for a couple of minutes because else you get done for copyright laws on YouTube. So yeah, bon appetit. Morning all. Had a good night, not too cold. I think it got down to about -1 outside. It was about 3-4 degrees in here. Got my little burner going using bioethanol, and as you can see, nothing, no carbon monoxide, not about to die, anything mad like that. It's working absolutely fine. And as a consequence, the temperature in here is, you can see that, 18.3 degrees. up here. It's 8 degrees at the bottom, but still quite warm. Just boiled some water up, use me Bodrum coffee press, which seems to be quite excellent actually. It is nice coffee, just use Tesco coffee, and it seems to be his knees. Yeah, Bodrum coffee press. I'm going to get some sausages cooking in a minute on my cooker. And as you can see, there's remarkably a lot of room in these Lavvus, which I'm sure you've looked at other videos before. It's great, I love it. Lots of room for all my gadgets and toys, and with the little heater on in the morning, makes it toasty. And now it's plenty warm enough in the sleeping bag with my thermal liner. Yeah, and temperatures, so it's getting higher, 19.1 now. So yeah, nice and warm. Right, so I'm going to enjoy my coffee and then have a wander and catch you in a bit. Thanks very much. Old man on the moor.
You look old though, but you don't feel old, do you?
No, well, I do look old. I look old. Well, that's end of trip to moor. I'm going to have a walk down to the Andlestone and go fly my quad around it. But John's just doing himself some breakfast, even though it's now afternoon.
I'll catch you up. Is there anything you need carrying down?
Yeah, you take my bag, my tent, my cameras, take everything. Cheers. Thank you very much.
You videoing?
Yeah.
The BBC would like to apologise for the following announcement.
Well, that was really horrible.
Oh, you're always complaining!